eyes are a sunbeam of the soul, and her laughter is like a bangle of bells. And she carries the twinkle of the stars wherever she goes. But she entered the Hindi film industry with a thunderstorm. Wouldn't be wrong to call her sunshine mixed with a little hurricane. Friends, please welcome the supremely talented actor Vidya Balan, now also known as Mrs. SRK.
Oh my God!
Welcome to Starry Nights.
Thank you, and thank you for that poetic introduction. I was like, huh?
So unlike me. Yeah. How's life changed after becoming Mrs. Siddharth Roy Kapoor?
Oh God. And he became Mr. Vidya Balan.
Actually, do you get invitation cards, Mr. and Mrs. Vidya Balan, all the time?
No. It says Mr. and Mrs. Siddharth Roy Kapoor.
Okay.
And I actually feel quite offended because people who've known me all along don't refer to me as Vidya a lot of times. And I'm like, you know, I still have my identity. And I'd rather they say, but I must also admit there are a lot of people say Vidya Balan and Siddharth Roy Kapoor, which I really appreciate. Yes. Yeah. We have a membership at one of the clubs here where he's a member and, you know, for an add-on card, they said, we want to meet her. So I said, Arey, what meet her? Now they know. But anyway, I went along and she said, Ab to naam badal lo. I said, kyun aapne membership diya isliye?
But tell me honestly, has life changed a lot? Dramatically changed?
I think marriage changes you. I don't know, Komal, how it changes you, you know, because my name didn't change. But most people say that right from your name, everything changes and all that. So I think it's wonderful to be married to someone I wanted to be with. And I keep saying this, you know, I'm not someone who grew up saying, Arey, is tarah ke insaan se shaadi karungi, my wedding will be like this. I didn't have any of those. No dreams or aspirations about marriage at all. I just wanted to be an actor.
But you wanted to get married?
No, I'd never thought of that.
Okay.
Also, I wasn't finding any men. So at one point...
I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Not for more than 3 months. So I had decided that, you know, I'm not going to be with someone because I want to just be with someone. Only if it really inspires me or makes me happy, rather, am I going to be with someone. And then Siddharth came along when I was least expecting him to. And then it seemed like the natural progression for us. So in that sense, you know, what has changed? It's just, I think something changes. One, of course, the fact that you're constantly there for each other, and sometimes that can be annoying. But even you know that. He's only laughing. His wife will beat him when he goes back home. No, but you know, I think it's great also because, especially in terms of work, I've been going through a bit of a low, and there's someone else who brings in perspective. Like my family has been very supportive, but they don't know, you know, the real picture. They are only morally boosting me and all that. But with Siddharth, he'll give me a proper perspective, you know, tell me that these things happen, highs and lows are part of everyone's career. He'll furnish it with examples. So, you know, that's very... He's also a very patient listener, and he's more of a listener than a talker. And it helps that I'm the reverse.
Okay, in terms of doing the household chores, managing the house, has that changed?
You know, I'm someone who's a stickler. I'm very particular about how things are. Thankfully for me, Siddharth's also as particular.
Okay.
So we have, we separate the tasks. We have people... very efficient people, staff, taking care of our house and of our necessities, thankfully. But having said that, I go an extra step because I have some quirks.
And let us hear a couple of them.
You know, I have all... You're going to laugh now.
No, so it doesn't matter. Let our viewers also laugh.
We have a whole lot of movie DVDs. And the DVDs are arranged alphabetically. So Siddharth will watch a DVD and then just put it, you know, now he knows that he should put it in the A section, for example. But I have to have, after A, it has to... So for,
A and then AB and then A.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, you know, why can't you just put it back in place? So he just leaves it there. Now I go and do it because otherwise it will just be random.
So abracadabra will come before ab tak chappan.
Yeah,
because it is double A.
Exactly.
But being married and doing films, does that require a little bit of balancing? Or because, as you said, you have got a great staff at home, so you don't have to really be perturbed about all that?
No, it doesn't really require balancing. Also because, initially when I just gotten married, I felt this pressure. No one was putting that pressure on me. But I think as a girl and as an Indian girl, you've been brought up to believe that once you're married, you have to take charge. You have to be the perfect wife, the perfect daughter-in-law, the perfect daughter. And now added pressure on ourselves of being the perfect professional. And which is, all-consuming. So I think I wanted to prove that nothing had changed. So I drove myself. I remember I actually wanted to take a few months off at the time of my wedding. I couldn't take a few months off because I had to complete Ghan Chakkar. And after that, I was starting Shaadi Ke Side Effects.
The film couldn't be better timed.
Yeah, really. But maybe they should have delayed it a bit. I would have had some more experience. But I told myself that no, if you ask to take a break because you're getting married, then people are going to think that your priorities are shifting.
Okay.
So there was that added pressure. And there was the pressure of being in charge all the time at home and at work and of being at every family function. And, actually it was Siddharth who brought perspective. A couple of times he told me, he said, you don't have to. What are you doing? You're not this girl. You're becoming someone else. And, who's ever asking you to? And then the pressure would get too much and then I'd have an outburst and he'd say, who's asking you to do what? Just do what makes you happy. And I think with that little reassurance from him, I slowly found my feet again. But I think it happens to the best of us. You think you're educated, evolved, liberated, all of that. And then that conditioning is so deep, na?
And maybe because you're going into a new family, you want to actually impress them with all that you are and you aren't, probably.
I think so. I think unknowingly you do that. We don't live together. Siddharth and I live by ourselves. So there is much less pressure and it's not like his family is demanding in any way, Pavam, But I think you make yourself, you feel like you should be doing everything that's expected of a daughter-in-law. And I'm not very proud saying that, but I think I also fell prey to that. And you want to do everything. You want to preempt everything that your husband might need. Then you want to also not make your family feel like, they've lost a daughter. And then you want everyone to feel like you're the perfect professional. And then at the end of it...
So then at the end of the day, you realize that you want to be a superwoman, no less.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think I just told myself that, I'm going to stop trying to be a superwoman. This is who I am. When I'm at work, I'm fully focused on the film, and the kind of films I do, we invariably small budget. We're cramming so much into a short span of time. There's no time or mental space to think of anything else, and I don't.
Sometimes roles are written for you and only you. There are films like The Dirty Picture, like Kahani. It's very difficult to think of a replacement. Vidya Balan, or probably the film is not there. It must be so exciting and so reassuring.
It's reassuring, it's exciting, it's flattering, it's humbling, Komal, because I had just wanted to be an actor. And at some point I told myself that, you've come here to be an actor, but you're getting swayed by probably doing what is expected of the typical Hindi film heroine. Because you feel that you should also, build on the stardom and all that. I didn't know any better. I had no one from the film industry except K.S. Sanjay, who was my first manager, who would keep telling me that just be yourself and you don't need to do anything that doesn't make you comfortable. But at that time, you always feel like you should listen to everyone, when you're new. And
you're new.
Especially because I entered at 26, at an age when most actresses quit films.
Yeah.
So then I think at that stage, I think around 2007-8, I told myself, listen, I'm not happy with the work I'm doing. And why did I become an actor? To tell different kinds of stories, to live different kinds of people's lives. And I'm getting those opportunities. Let me be unafraid and just grab them.
Seize those opportunities.
And I began to seize them, and more opportunities began to come my way. And, of course, I think the timing was right. These films worked, and then whatever happened. But it feels wonderful.
And if you wouldn't have been a film star, have you ever thought what you would have been?
No. I wouldn't have been, I think. Though I did my MA in sociology because I just wanted to, I come from a South Indian family
Exactly, where education is very, very important.
So I did my BA because my parents said you have to get a basic graduation.
But they knew that you wanted to come into films.
Yeah, very much. But they told me, they said, I remember when ABCL was being launched and a friend of mine from college applied and she got through and everything. And I told my parents, even I want to do this. And they said, nothing doing.
Till you complete your education.
Yeah, graduation. So then finally I decided, okay, my parents weren't allowing me. I grudged them at that point. I was angry. I would fight with them and say, I'm missing out on so many opportunities. But they'd say, no, you have to complete you get your degree because college life will never come back. And don't do it through correspondence or anything because you'll be able to work throughout your life. You won't be able to go back to college. That experience is important.
And you're happy they said what they said.
I'm so glad I had that experience. By then, I was honest with them and I said, I'd done a lot of ad films and I had done this one Malayalam film, my first film, which stopped midway. And I think by then they were also wanting me to be an actor because of my desire. They were wanting their child's dream to be fulfilled because I was labeled jinx down south and they saw that I was in a lot of pain. So by then I think they were also rooting for me.
And what a paradox to be called jinxed down south and to be called the lucky Vidya Balan in Bollywood. I mean, it is such a paradox.
Yeah, crazy, which is why I keep telling people the worst times pass. It's difficult. Even today when I'm going through a bad day, sometimes I'm just wanting the day to get over. But then you realize that, it was for the best. Whatever happens for the best.
And what is a typically bad day for Vidya Balan?
No, just you wake up from the wrong side of the bed.
From the side Siddharth should be waking up.
I think, especially after I've been on a film shoot, maybe I need to be with myself because I've been someone else for a while.
Okay.
And after a promotional tour, I think because you're constantly at work. Like even when I'm in the car traveling from one location to the other, I'm doing interviews. So then it gets a bit, I think I just need some time to unwind. So sometimes I get, and then at that time if there's some work to be done and all, I get a bit chidchida. It depends.
But you don't get.
And then if the film hasn't worked, then
Siddharth has it.
But yeah, Siddharth has a lot to deal with, and in the past 2 years, he's a strong man. He's proved.
So has he quit UTV, Disney UTV, because he has a lot to deal with at home?
No. He wants to set up on his own.
So would you be helping him in his new setup?
No, I think just as far as we're, emotionally, I guess, but not professionally in any way. Not
you wouldn't have the time. And not are you inclined?
Not inclined. And like I said, we'd rather not work together.
So even in his new company, you would ensure that you don't work for the company?
Yeah.
Oh my
As far
God.
as, unless,
but you should give it a try,
unless tomorrow Woody Allen makes a film for him, and then if Siddharth doesn't have me in the film, then there'll be hell to pay for.
So you do anything for Woody Allen?
Anything. I love him. I think he's the greatest storyteller ever. Because they're so simple, and a lot of his films seem like they're all rehashes of each other. But
there is something...
something in every film. And it's like peeling the layers of the onion, understanding human behavior and relationships. And I just love it. Purple Rose of Cairo and Crimes and Misdemeanors and so many of his films.
And amongst the Hindi film stars, the contemporary ones, whom do you like?
I love Alia Bhatt. I think she's just so unafraid. I saw her, a couple of films of hers. And I couldn't see Alia Bhatt anywhere. So
she was the character.
Yeah, and especially Urta Punjab. I thought that was incredible.
And amongst the heroes?
Heroes, Ranbir is someone I really like. I think he's a phenomenal actor.
So when somebody else's film clicks, some heroine's film, you feel genuinely happy? Do you feel genuinely happy?
Yes, I feel genuinely happy.
You would pick up the phone and congratulate her?
Yes, especially when I like someone's performance, whether or not the film has worked. I get very charged, I get very inspired. I feel I've called male and female actors. I'm more than happy to do that. But I must admit that, I didn't know I was capable of jealousy at all until the last 2 years when I was going through this low, and suddenly there were films that I thought didn't deserve to do better than my films, and when they did well, I must admit I did feel jealous. And I told Siddharth, I said, you know, I don't recognize myself anymore. And he said, but you're human. I said, but I've not been a jealous person all my life. He said, but you know something new about yourself now. I must admit that was the only time I guess because sometimes you feel that, you know, but that film is not as good as my film. Or we all feel like that. We all feel like we put in more effort. Today, looking back at the 2 years, I have no qualms, I have no regrets, and I think I gave my best to every film I did, and that's all one can do, you know, you can't control beyond that.
Sure. You know, you said as a child also you were a little conscious about your weight. In the film industry, sometimes you hear very derogatory things written about your weight, about the dress not suiting you. How do you cope with those?
You know, initially I used to get extremely bothered, especially when I was new, and like I told you, that, you know, I've always been someone who liked wearing Indian more, but I was told that wearing Indian is not being cool, it's not glamorous, you're not dressing your age and all of that. So I tried hard to wear things that I wasn't comfortable in. And I looked like a sore thumb, you know, I stood out like a sore thumb. And around Pa, I think I found my feet again, and I said, because I wasn't dressing the way I wanted to, and no one seemed to be happy with me with the way I was dressing either. So I said, if no one's ending up being happy, there's no point. At least make my one person's happiness is within my control. So I think, and the body, I think, has been something that I've had to grapple since childhood. People would tell me, oh my God, such a pretty face, lose some weight, you know. And growing up, I've gone on these starvation diets and tried to lose weight. But the weight would always come back because there is a body structure that you can't fight, you know. And then I think around the dirty picture...
You'll heed my advice? Throw some weight around.
That was like a joke.
You've never thrown your weight around. You've been such a straightforward actress.
That's a good one. I should try it. Take some. Come on. But
you've never been a troublesome actress. Never.
No, I love my work too much
to trouble anybody.
Yeah, you know, it's not about anyone else. It's about making sure that the process happens smoothly.
It's pleasurable.
Yeah, I don't think, I look at it as, you know, I did my first film with Mohanlal. And it's another story that the film stopped midway because he had issues with the director. But having said that, when I watched him on set, I realized that he was making sure that the process happens smoothly. So that's something that's always stayed with me, you know, that the process is bigger than you. You know,
very right.
Especially the stardom can be enjoyed outside, but this is what gets us a stardom. So here, I think it's a level playing field.
The world knows that you're a great actor. We also know that you're a great mimic.
Oh my God, what?
Yes.
No.
You aren't a great mimic?
No.
I heard somebody tell me that she mimics people very well. So in fact, we had decided to make you mimic some people.
No.
No?
This has come as a shock.
Unless you're acting in front of me because you don't want to.
No, I swear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then somebody has misinformed us.
Yeah. You know, even Rekha ji said this to me. She said, I believe you mimic very well. Come on now, mimic some people. And I said, but I don't mimic.
See, that means somebody's spreading stories.
Yeah.
Somebody's spreading kahanis about you.
Kahanis. But these are good kahanis.
Good kahanis, so long as they're good kahanis. Anyway, Vidya, we have a round of rapid fire questions for you. The first set of 5 questions is just yes or no answers.
Okay.
Only yes or no. You need not elaborate. And we won't ask you to elaborate either. Have you cried after a disastrous Friday?
Yes.
Have you ever lied in an interview?
Yes.
Not in this one.
No. That's what I say after every interview.
Has a younger co-actor tried to hit on you?
Younger than me?
Yeah.
I've not worked with anyone younger. Oh, yeah. Has.
Are there any shadi ke side effects?
Yes.
And side defects?
Yes.
Have you ever spied on your husband?
No.
Never found the need.
No.
And now these 5 questions you have to answer in one word. The one moment when you felt like a ghanchakkar.
After the release.
Of ghanchakkar. One unpublished kahani nobody knows about you.
There are many, but I'm thinking which one to tell you. But in one word, you said.
Yeah, we'll make an exception. You can go on.
You know, if I could, I'd walk without footwear all over the world. I hate wearing shoes. I hate wearing chappals. I hate wearing... Yeah, this is not something too many people know.
Okay. A cliche about yourself that you'd want to change?
That I'm a serious actor.
The one quality in a man that makes Vidya Balan go, oh la la.
Confidence. Self-assuredness, actually.
Siddharth Roy Kapoor or Shah Rukh Khan, the more romantic SRK is?
I got lucky.
Okay, we got the answer. And now these four questions, the last four questions. What if? What if you had become a doctor?
People would have been having heart attacks.
What if you could choose a Bollywood classic as your debut film? Which film would it be?
Actually, Parinita was a classic, but let me think of another one. Sahib, Biwi aur Gulam.
Wow. What if an ex made a comeback in your life?
I'll say past the expiry date.
I think somebody has made a comeback and you've already given this horrible answer. What if Karan Johar hadn't played Cupid?
Cupid would have played itself. We had to be together.
So sure. What had to happen had to happen.
Yeah.
Vidya, it has been great talking to you.
Same here. It was fun.
Fantastic. It was fun. And here's wishing you the very best. Just keep entertaining people the way you've been entertaining. Thank you for being on Starry Nights.
Thank you.
But we've got a certificate for you before you leave.
Arey wow.
Yes, here's it.
Thank you. Oh, wow. Sherni issued because तू किसी के बाप से नहीं डरती बिल्कुल. Thank you so much.
And we have a small hamper for you as a token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Oh,
being
that
with
looks lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
अब तुम गिरी हुई कहलाओगी. Oh, lovely. I love gifts. Any more? और है? और लेके आओ.
This is English.
Oh no, मुझे भाषा नहीं आती. We've only done the trade show where you're only talking numbers. And I'm looking dumbfounded.
So today I'll look dumbfounded.
Yeah, okay, done.